Environmental certainty or uncertainty is determined by the degree to which an organization lacks factual or competent information concerning operating environment for the organization. Environmental certainty prevails in packages due to relatively low levels of turbulence, hostility, diversity, and complexity. Turbulent Australian business environment is ranked 15 out of 190 economics for ease of doing business. A robust regulatory system noted for its stable institutional framework and strong finance banking regulations. Hostility. Beverages has a stable position in the market and holding 15.7% of Australian retail cheese market. Diversity. Veggie cheese already has a diverse product range in cheese, breads, and dressings, but trends in low-fat and health-conscious options continue to drive new product development and market strategies. Complexity. Veggie cheese focuses on continuous productivity and operational technical development to drive down operational health, safety risk, and increase logistic capabilities. Results control is likely to be influenced due to changes in Bagachi's organizational environment. New organizational targets will translate organizational objectives into actions, communicate objectives, and provide benchmark for assessing performance. Interactive results control system will need to pay close attention to changes in operation, especially that is relevant to crafting strategic objectives. The designed result control system is very tight and optimized for stable organizational environment. Bagages operate in a stable business environment. Due to its industry stability, indirect costs have mild fluctuation, and direct costs are reasonably predictable over long-term operation. As management compensation is linked to cash flow stability, managers have further incentive to reduce uncertainty.
The company uses analyzer approach to maintain market share along good brand image as well as find growth opportunities by investing new product and market. First, Vega made most of its revenue from traditional product and customers. In fact, 70% of its revenue came from daily product, and those revenue was made within Australia. At the same time, the company is exploring new markets such as expansion in Asia. Also, Vega shifted its business from cheese manufacturer to food manufacturer by acquisition. The significance of this strategy as contingent factor makes the company be creative, flexible, and decentralized to explore new product and market. Also, establish best balance between stability and innovation is also the significance of this strategy. Result control became tighter to set the most effective balance to achieve both expansion and stable growth, especially setting financial and non-financial target and performance measurement from various parts of view are the most influenced. Also, action controls, especially pre-action review and action tracking, would be tighter because the company needs to establish sophisticated plan to find the best balance. Finally, cultural control would be tighter because employees are required to share the goals to behave honest and reliable under the low degree of formalization and moderately centralized circumstances. However, it brings direct cost for planning and budgeting activities as it requires the more process cost. Also, it might cause budgetary slack due to information asymmetry, including complex plan and mechanism. Furthermore, it causes operation delays to keep the most efficient balance.
There are three types of technology that influence management control systems of Bega cheese. First is task uncertainty. Bega has high task analyzability and low task reliability. Employees perform easy repetitive tasks and some perform high skilled tasks. The products of Bega are standardized. Production line employees clearly understand their role, reducing errors. R&D department has no clear guidelines because each day is a new development. This increases uncertainty and requires constant training. Action controls can be improved by standardized procedures, goals, plans, and planning budgets. Personal controls can be improved by training employees and adhering to industry quality standards. Direct costs increase due to the training of employees to ensure these standards. Adverse effects. Task uncertainty can cause behavior displacement due to rigorous training and quality practices. Second is complexity. Bega has a high analyzability process with low variability. Technology is used to produce quality cheese in bulk. This is essential to meet market demands. Result controls can be improved by performance measurements by tracking progress and sampling. Personal controls can be improved by training and development, choosing the right people to do the right tasks, improving efficiency and safety. Direct costs are high because machines are used to automate the more intricate and delicate aspects of cheese making. Employees need to be trained on these new machines. Adverse effects. Due to the difficulty in using these technologies and adapting to the constant changes, employees may feel unsatisfied. The third part is interdependence. There are high levels of interdependence in BIGA due to its low variability and high analyzability. Informal controls are needed and must be flexible. Interaction between superiors and subordinates and various department heads enable reliability between departments. Costs are indirect due to the high interdependence. If one department fails to achieve high quality or standards, all interdependent departments also suffer the same fate, causing operational delays and losses.
Baker Cheese adopts a differentiated organizational structure as each department develops its own perspective on the group's goals, and decision-making power is delegated to department heads. Its current decentralization, which requires high resource control. The new control system is extensive resource control, setting a clear definition and measurement for the desired targets. Therefore, the management can review performance of each department while leaving the actual execution of operations to the department heads. The new compensation system also encourages department heads to perform as desired results. However, department heads are not subjected to ties and controls to avoid impairing the decision-making power. About the management control system cost, the compensation for department heads should be high enough to encourage the desired behaviors. Baker Cheese also incurs high adaptation costs to adapt the management control system across different departments having different structures and strategies. We can also view Baker Cheese as a mechanistic organization because employees and departments are specialized in different functions. Therefore, it requires tight action control. The new control system requires planned action and budgets to be reviewed by higher levels of management like department heads and the CEO. We also standardize policies and procedures to improve coordination among employees and among departments because they increase the predictability of actions and reduce the amount of inter-organizational information flows. However, tight action control can lead to behavioral displacement because the policies and procedures may promote compliant but rigid behaviors. The requirement to obtain approvals from multiple managers of various levels can create operating delays. Personal and control controls can help to enhance the control system.